Hello students. Today we are going to discuss ASP.NET connectivity with Oracle. So at first I have opened Visual Studio here. Okay, as you can see the screen. Just go to File, click on New Project, select under Visual Studio here, as you can see under Visual Basic. Okay, I have chosen ASP.NET Web Form application. You can choose any project name of your choice. I'll keep the default one and click OK. Okay, so this might take a few minutes. Okay, so now it's open. Okay, now as you can see that after the creation of project, default.aspx page is opened here. Now as you can see in the page, in many parts of the page you can see that it is not editable here, right? So here also, so you can just edit this part, right? Actually this has a significance. So I'll show you how. If you go to the Solution Explorer, on the right hand side we have the master page, okay, called Site Master. If you go to the Site Master page, you will see that you can edit the whole page here, and whatever design you are giving here will be reflected in its children. So here the default page, okay, that is default.aspx. ASPX is also a child of SiteMaster. Okay, so that's why the design which you are giving in SiteMaster will go to default.aspx, which will be non-editable there. Okay, you cannot edit it now. So in the site master, I'm just removing the unnecessary things, since in this video I'm going to show you only the insertion. So yeah, I just kept the necessary parts. From default.aspx also I'm removing all the unnecessary things. In ASP it's a very good thing that they have given you an example of a web page. Okay, so it's already a design, but I'll not use it. Okay, I'll not make things unnecessary complicated here. So I'm going to delete all the things which were present here in this particular video. So I'll just keep what I need. Okay, now you can see so we have a site master. From there also I have deleted the unnecessary things, and from default.aspx2 I'll just keep a few things here like name. Okay, so this is just the heading. Okay, so this is I am just assuming that this is a page where the students will student details will be entered, okay, with their name and registration number. So at first I wrote name. This is the text box for name. After that, registration number. Okay, this is the text box for the same. Fine. To insert, I'll just add a button. Just drag and drop it and name it as a register. Okay. Now, I just thought about something that with insertion, why not add a data grid view in the same page and show you how to display that particular data. Okay, so for that just okay, one second, I'll just show you the data, the data connectivity. For that, you need to form a table. Okay, so students, what I'm doing here is that if you have not seen my previous videos, okay, where I have connected VB.NET with Oracle, just take a look at those. Just look at the top right part. I'll provide you the link to that video. So I'm not showing you and explaining you the complete thing. I'm doing it a bit fast here. Okay, so I'm just adding the Oracle database here. Very quickly I am doing all the steps because these steps are already explained in my previous video. So connection is succeeded. Go to schema. From here I'll just select test. Go to tables. You can find student. Okay, so this student table was already created before. Okay, so which I have shown in my previous video. As I said to you, just have a look. So now I'll add the data grid view. The grid view is being dragged and dropped. Okay, now here choose the data source, go to new data source, select SQL database. Okay, go to new connection. If you click it, you will find the name of the go to next, again next. Okay, here I'll just write the here I'll just write the SQL statement. Okay, for selecting all the data from my table student. So select star from test.student. Okay, I'll just test the query students. You can see that all the data which were present in the student table, it came here. If you are thinking that how the student table is filled up already, I already mentioned, right, that I have used the same student table for my previous video also. That's why it is filled already. So I click on finish. Okay, I'll just run this. Okay, if you run this, you can see, right, that it's opening in the web browser. Why is it opening in the web browser? Because it is a web application. Okay, it is a web application. That's why it is opening in the web browser. You can see here, right, that the data has been displayed. Now we will again go back to the project. Stop your running. Okay, so now we are going to write the code for insertion, okay, into the table. So for that, okay, students, I'll show you one thing. Okay, just we have to add a reference. So just right click and add a reference. Here, we have to add the reference for I'll show you one sec. Yeah, Oracle managed data access. Okay, so please make sure to add this particular reference. Okay, now for insertion, just double click on the register button. Okay, as you know already, I think that here button click is the event, right? So if we click on the button, the code which we are writing here will be executed. So that is the event handler code. Okay, so event is the click. Okay, and this is the event handler code. So I'm starting. At first I'm just taking the input which is inserted by the user in the two text boxes, right? So in the text box 1, the user has entered the name of the student. In text box 2, he has entered the registration number of the student. Okay. Now deem gone as Oracle connection. So just do it with me, okay? I'm just typing the code. You just, follow the steps. Okay, here you can see in Oracle connection it is showing a cross. Okay, so just click on that and click on import. Okay, students, if you don't add the reference, okay, as I have shown to you, this import part won't come. Okay, so make sure to add the reference first. Okay, so for this I need the connection string. So for this, nothing, just go to the Server Explorer, click here and look at the properties. Okay, you can see the connection string. Just copy the connection string and within double quotes we have to paste. Okay, first you paste it, after that put a semicolon, write password equal to sys. Okay, students, for me the password is sys. Okay, while you are installing Oracle, it will ask you for the username and password. You please use your own corresponding password which you had mentioned, okay, during the installation. Now deem cmd as Oracle command. Please do along with me. Okay, so this is the SQL command for insertion, right? Insert into, then test.student values. So student, in my case, students, okay, both the name and the registration number, both of them are varcat 2. Okay, so both of them are texts, right? So in that's why I'm using single quote here. If in your project, okay, if you are trying to insert any number, don't use the single quote. Omit the single quote if you are trying to insert any number. Okay, I'm trying, I'm writing the, opening the connection and executing the command inside try block. Okay, because if in case we face any, runtime exceptions, we can catch it. Okay, what I'm trying to do here, you can see, right, grid view one dot data bind. I wrote it. So, immediately after insertion, it should be updated in the data grid also. Okay, so I just wrote the code like this so that it is easy for you while you're doing your project. You can also do the same thing. while insertion itself you can just display it. Okay, so it will be easy for you. Just add a label here. I am adding a label just to display the message if the database, if it is, sorry, if it is inserted into the database successfully or not. Okay, that's why I am using this label. So in case if it is inserting successfully, I'll just print registered successfully there. In case if the registration failed, that is if the insertion failed, just I'll display it in the label and also display the exception. Then I wrote the finally block. So finally will be executed always, okay, irrespective of whether exception was there or not. Just try, we will try the code, we will try to run the code, okay. So it's opening. I'll just insert something here, okay. So I'll write test student BSc CSME, okay. And in the registration number, I'll write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and I'll click on register. Okay, students, you saw immediately it is getting reflected here in the grid, right? Okay. So this is the beauty of this code. You can try it out for your own project. Okay. Uh, so what will happen is that immediately, your data grid will also be updated. Okay. So hope this video helps you. Thank you, students.